So last Christmas, my husband got me a Masterclass pass, and I'm sure you guys have all seen advertisements for it. They are basically courses led by Michelin star chefs such as Gordon Ramsay, Thomas Keller, Massimo Bottura. They also offer courses on acting, gymnastics, and makeup, all led by A-list talent. Now, obviously for me, what I love watching are the cooking courses, and honestly, I haven't watched any of the other courses available. And this is not a sponsored post, by the way. I just wanted to share this recipe with you guys. Recently, I've been watching Massimo Bottura's course on modern Italian cooking. And I just love this guy. He's so funny, he's just so expressive, and he's so passionate about food. And I want to share his pesto recipe from his first class, The Evolution of Pesto. He doesn't just teach you how to make pesto, he really talks about how to evolve it, how to use what in season, and just make use of the stuff available in your pantry. I tried this recipe and it turned out really delicious. Now, what I like most about this recipe is that it doesn't use pine nuts, and why this matters is because pine nuts go bad super fast, and if you just have one use for it, the rest of the pine nuts are likely going to go rancid really soon. In his recipe, he actually uses breadcrumbs, and I love it because everybody has bread at home. Now, he doesn't show how to make breadcrumbs in his lesson, but it's actually super easy to make. Cut your bread into small cubes and then add it to a food processor or blender. Then all you have to do is just blitz it. And that's it. That's how you make breadcrumbs. For this recipe, we will also be needing some freshly grated Parmigiano-Reggiano. We are also going to use some fresh basil and mint leaves. Remove the basil and mint leaves from the stem, but don't throw away the stem yet. We'll use it in the pasta water. Next, cut a clove of garlic in half. Massimo suggests to rub the garlic against the wall of the blender to leave just the aromas, but I personally love garlic, so I'm just going to add the whole thing in. Now add in some extra virgin olive oil, the basil and mint leaves, and we're also going to pick some thyme leaves out and throw it in. Keep the stems and add it to the pasta water as well. Then shut the lid and blend away, but actually I had forgotten to add the breadcrumbs we made, and we're actually just going to use half of it and also 1 cup of the Parmesan as well. So really, you can just dump everything in and blend it all at once. And while our blender is running, we're going to slowly pour in some ice cold water until our pesto is completely smooth. Finally, remove the lid, add in the rest of the Parmesan, season with some salt, and blend again till it's smooth. Here's what the pesto looks like. I am probably going to use some of it now and freeze the rest of it, and they will last in the freezer for up to 6 months. Over here, I'm heating up some water with the stems for the pasta. Personally, I didn't find any flavor difference in the pasta with the stems in it, but maybe my palate isn't as sophisticated as Massimo's. So while the water is coming up to a boil, we're going to crisp up some breadcrumbs. In a non-stick pan over medium-high heat, add extra virgin olive oil and the remaining breadcrumbs. Toss to make sure it absorbs all the oil, then cook until it's golden and toasted. Remove it from the heat and then allow it to cool down. Now for the pasta, just cook it 1 minute less than the package instructions. Make sure you save some pasta water, we will use it to thicken the sauce later. The best way to check if the pasta is al dente is to take a bite and see if there is just a thin layer of white in it. The pasta is now ready, so we're going to drain it and then add it back into the same pot. Now add in the pesto sauce and a little bit more of the olive oil. This will help make the pasta glossy. Now mix it up and then slowly add in the pasta water little by little until it reaches the consistency that you like. So to serve your pasta, grate some Parmigiano-Reggiano over it, then top it off with some breadcrumbs, and voila! Your pasta is ready to go.
This looks amazing, by the way.
Thanks.
And it smells amazing too.
The fresh basil, that farmer's market basil. So the breadcrumbs are our favorite part. It just adds this really delicious crunch to the bite, which is mostly just pasta. So it adds like a layer of texture to it.
Yeah, some texture.
You know, if you want to add more substance to the pasta, you can also add some chicken or add some asparagus, I think would go. Just some like blanched, seasoned asparagus. It's so good.
Yeah, it's really good though.
It's so good.
Yeah, and your pasta came out really bouncy too.
Oh, you could also sprinkle some bacon in it.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
I thought you would have judged me.
Bacon makes everything better. Alexa, how do you say bon appetit in Italian?
Bon appetit in Italian is Bon appetit.
Bon appetit.